here's where it gets weird. Monday morning, Lone Pine High. Test results? Prepare for carnage. Alice Brainiac. Her straight A's will get her into law school. But Duffy Dinsmore, the only center of higher learning he'll qualify for, is the College of Burger Knowledge. He'll be flipping burgers at a drive-thru near you. Yeah, this little piece of paper will make you or break you. No wonder everyone's stressed to the max right about now. Everyone except Rico Caliente. He doesn't have a care in the world, because he knows his report card will always be straight X's. E wasn't low enough. Wait till his parents get a load of this.
Congratulations, son.
We are so proud of you.
And why wouldn't they be? Rico's gonna be a cajillionaire one day. His parents are banking on it, and so is his agent. See, Rico isn't just the dumbest kid the whole Tri-County area has ever seen. He's also the most naturally talented athlete. I know what you're thinking. So how come our school teams are still so totally lame? That's because Rico is so good, he's not allowed on any school teams. He's been playing with adult teams since he was 12. And everywhere he plays, there's a pro scout shoving $1 million contract in his face.
That ball's not just out of the park, it's out of the galaxy.
That's his 4th homer of the day, 87th of the season. Babe Ruth is rolling in his grave. And the pro scouts are fighting in the infield.
Go!
Attaboy, Rico!
Way to lace it!
Aw, thanks, guys. Just a lucky swing.
Mr. Caliente, can you sign my hat?
Sure. You're Kenny, right?
Wow, he knows my name. Thank you, Mr. Caliente.
Aw, just call me Rico, okay?
Yep, Rico can sure hammer a ball. But the best thing about him is, he's a real great guy. Most hotshot athletes have swelled heads, but not Rico.
Maybe that's because in Rico's case, there's nothing in there to swell?
I don't know, Mimi. Catching a fly ball isn't as simple as it looks. In a split second, Rico has to calculate his speed relative to the speed of the ball, while making adjustments based on the ball's trajectory and compensating for wind forces.
Rico!
Out of there!
Just show him the 3 times table and he's totally stumped.
Well, so what? He's gonna be a pro athlete, not a rocket scientist.
He's racked up 50 points!
And it's still the first quarter.
Go, Rico!
Rico, he's our man. If he can't sign a mega $1 billion deal, no one can. Yay, Rico!
Rico, I got your contract, boy.
What? And waste all that skating talent? Take off, huh?
Hey, you take off.
Hey, he's mine. Hey, come on, let's go.
Rico, he's our man.
Talk about a career-threatening injury.
Yeah, Rico had it made all right until that scoreboard made him into jam.
Why me? Why does it always happen to me?
You know, it's funny what having a half-ton metal scoreboard crash land on a guy's head can do to him.
Rico, my baby!
Rico, you're okay.
Indeed, Mosley, old friend. Quite a startling incident, wouldn't you say? In fact, the probability of such a sequence of unlikely events taking place again would be 60,480,903 to 1, given a 2% margin of error 9 times out of 10, of course.
Are you sure you're okay?
Indubitably. Why do you ask?
You sound kind of like a brainiac.
And you said indubitably.
Ah, yes. It would seem the sharp blow to my cranium has had the unlikely consequence of raising my intelligence by a considerable degree.
That conk on the noggin has made Rico smart.
Maybe it's amnesia. He's forgotten he's stupid.
An interesting theory, Mimi. But to prove it, we will have to do several controlled studies following the standard double-blind procedures, of course, and then we'll...
That's great, son. And now quit showing off and answer the question. Are you okay?
Given that the perpendicular components of motion are independent of one another, and that the ball will travel with a parabolic trajectory due to a downward gravitational acceleration of 9.8 meters per second squared, a launch angle of 31 degrees would seem to be in order.
That's my boy.
He's playing all keys.
A classic display of aggression by competing Homo sapiens attempting to establish dominance within the group dynamic. Fascinating.
Just think, last week, Rico needed a special tutor to help him with the 3 times table. And now, he's acing every test.
Therefore, according to my calculations, the universe will begin to contract approximately 12.5 billion years from now. The so-called Big Crunch, if you will.
Rico isn't just smart, he's scary smart.
Are you saying Albert Einstein was wrong?
Now, let's not judge the man too harshly. Were it not for his distinguished work, I might not be standing before you today.
But his parents were worried sick.
What's he doing in there?
He's studying again.
We've got to do something. He's ruining his life.
Good evening, dearest parents. I say, is something troubling you?
We're sorry, Rico. This is for your own good.
Your mother and I have decided it's time for you to, leave.
You mean you're sending me to university?
Don't be stupid. We're sending you to baseball practice.
But I wanted to...
Now hustle!
From that day on, Rico's parents made sure that Rico never missed a single game or practice. They did their best to keep him away from any test books or computers. You know, for his own good.
Attaboy, Rico!
You the man!
Rico, can I have your autograph?
Will you sign my shoe, Rico? Rico?
Poor guy.
Poor? Are you kidding? He's gonna be a gajillionaire!
Yeah, he's got it made, Mo.
So do his folks. And his agent.
And whichever scout is the last one standing.
Yeah, poor guy. Hey, Rico. Great game yesterday.
I am gratified to learn my performance gave you some measure of vicarious enjoyment, Mosley.
It didn't seem like you were having much fun, though.
I must confess I have been preoccupied of late, what with attending so many sporting events, as well as finishing my thesis on a feasible method of cold fusion.
Cold fusion? That's only the holy grail of science. A non-polluting, endless source of energy. The solution to all the world's problems.
That is correct, Mosley. Utopia is finally within our grasp.
How are you going to break the news to your folks?
You wanna... What?
I want to use my superior intellect to do work that will benefit all of humanity.
Humanity? Where does he get this stuff?
Deep down, he's still a good boy. I know it. Fusion schmoozin'. Listen, kid, you've been offered $25 million over 4 seasons.
$25 million? Such an unconscionable sum. To think that someone indulging in a recreational pastime would be paid more than a scientist or a doctor or a teacher. I simply will not accept this obscene offer.
Don't sweat it, kid. It's only a first offer. You can hold out for plenty more.
I'm sorry, but I cannot in good conscience pursue a career as a highly overpaid professional athlete. And now, if you will excuse me, I must submit my cold fusion thesis for peer review.
Where did we go wrong?
Why me?
Say, if a blow to the noggin made him smart.
Another conk on the head ought to make him normal, huh?
Yeah, either that or it'll kill the kid.
Right. What do we got to lose?
Hey, it's worth a shot. To the head, that is.
Well, I guess these guys have learned something from Rico after all.
All for one.
And one for all.
Teamwork. Well, that bunk on the bean made Rico smart all right, but luckily, it didn't affect his reflexes.
Is someone there?
Oh, jeez. You guys couldn't hit the broadside of a smart kid's head, huh?
That's the sweetest swing I've ever seen.
Oh, missed.
Whoa!
Home safe home.
I wouldn't count on it.
What do you think you're doing?
It's for his own good. I'm thinking the future. And the boy's future.
I know, dear. But that vase was a wedding present from Aunt Marge. Here, use this.
My lucky ball. Good thinking.
Higher!
Strike! Great. Now we gotta buy him a new helmet.
Rico, where are you, dear? Mommy wants to kiss you goodnight.
A night on the run certainly renders one somewhat peckish. It's best to be prepared for any eventuality.
Good morning. Is this the domicile of one Rico Caliente, Esquire, the young genius who has authored this groundbreaking thesis on cold fusion?
I don't wish to be immodest, but in fact, I am the young genius of whom you speak.
Are you quite sure? I was expecting someone skinnier with thick glasses and a shirt pocket full of leaky pens. Forgive me, but I must be absolutely certain. Now, what do you see?
Nothing but blobs of ink.
You are indeed a true genius. You wouldn't believe some of the silly answers I get. I'm Professor Kindly, head of the theoretical physics lab at the university. I've come to offer you a full scholarship.
I'll handle this, son.
Father, please. This is the opportunity of a lifetime. A chance to use my intellect for the betterment of humankind.
Yeah, indeed. In fact, do you see that automobile? It's a prototype I've been developing that runs on tap water. And there are several more such world-saving projects that you could be a part of.
Well then, whatever are we waiting for?
It's no use. Our Rico is
Just too smart.
For a car that runs on common tap water, that thing sure belches out a lot of fumes. And now that I think of it, hasn't the university been abandoned for the last 50 years?
I had expected to see classrooms teeming with eager young students.
Yeah, well, it's summer break. Come along, my boy. You shall now join the finest minds in science. Have a seat, thank you.
But where are these finest minds in science of whom you have so glowingly spoken?
Where else? They're over there on the mantel.
I think I'll take my leave.
No, let's not forget our manners. I haven't even made the introductions. Dr. Zittmeyer, Rico, Dr. Zittmeyer. The good doctor here was mere weeks away from discovering a cure for acne when his research came to a sudden halt. Such a brilliant mind. It was a pleasure to pick his brain.
Pick his brain? Surely you're talking metaphorically?
Not at all, my boy, not at all. I am talking Professor Kindly's A1 brain harvester. Patent pending? You see, these gentlemen were once rivals of mine until I picked their brains and stole their brilliant ideas. This cold fusion idea of yours is going to make me a cajillionaire.
I wanted to share my discovery with the world. I had no intention of personal profit.
Then you're not so smart after all.
I thought the world of academia would be kinder and gentler than the arena of professional sports. But alas, it's no different than my former life. Only back then I had friends and a brain, such as it was.
Now then, this won't hurt a bit. It'll hurt a lot.
Hold it right there, Professor. I've got Alfred Nobel, and I'm not afraid to use him.
My Professor of the Month Award. You wouldn't hit an old man with it, would you?
Well, no.
Kids today, no gumption.
Professor, wait. Aren't you forgetting something?
A conscience?
No, safety goggles. You don't want to take any chances when those skull fragments start flying.
Yeah, you're right. I could put my eye out with this thing. Now, where did I leave those goggles?
Mosley, I admire your adherence to a high moral code when it comes to the use of violence against the elderly, but I do hope you harbor no similar sentiments when it comes to giving someone closer to your own age a strong blow to the cranial region.
Huh?
Give me a bonk on the head.
Oh, come on, Rico. You don't really believe it'll make you dumb again?
Perhaps not, but I do believe you and I can make it work if we employ a modicum of teamwork.
I hate to do this, Professor, but you leave me no choice.
Gee, thanks, Mo.
Rico, what's 3 times 2?
5? No, wait, 4. 306? 23.
He's an imbecile.
It's all over, Professor. Rico's brain's not worth picking.
Well, at least I still have my cold fusion process.
Hey, that's Rico's.
Was Rico's, you mean? Who would ever believe that such a brilliant paper was written by your dim-witted friend?
Gee, he's right, Mo.
You're too smart for me, Professor.
Yeah, I am.
Well, I guess everyone got what they wanted. The professor had Rico's cold fusion process, Rico had his skull in one piece, and everyone else got their smiling, foggy-minded future cajillionaire sports star back. If you study hard and do your homework, you'll be dumber than a bag of hammers in no time.
It is most fortuitous to have a fine chum such as yourself, Mosley. I mean, gee, thanks, Mo.
By George, I think you've got it.
Now then, Mosley, I finished your algebra homework. Nothing higher than a B+ as requested.
Okay, so I'm getting him to help me with my math homework. Hey, I'm not stupid either, you know. Oh yeah, you're probably wondering if Rico's cold fusion process made Professor Kindly rich. Well, let's just say I made a call to a guy who knows some guys who work for a big oil company.
Mine. All mine. Oh, who are you? What do you want? No!
The human brain is pretty fascinating. I mean, did you ever wonder how you can remember the names, numbers, and stats of every player in the NBA no problem? But you can study all week for a math test, and as soon as it lands on your desk, you forget how to count to 3. Let's face it, the brain has a very twisted sense of humor. Think about it. How can it come up with ideas like spaceflight, the pyramids, and triple fudge sundaes, then turn around and invent boy bands, group showers after gym, and bagpipes? Who knows what it will come up with next? Problem is, it can't be trusted. And unless it's in a jar, it's impossible to keep an eye on it.